Wakacje w Lizbonie? To też, ale okazuje się, że projekt Pracownie to jednak styl życia. 2 lata temu pisałam o Alex Factory, kiedy szukałam przykładów na fajne przestrzenie, w których wspólnie działają rzemieślnicy, artyści i lokale usługowe. Pisałam właśnie o tym miejscu, a dzisiaj udało nam się tutaj dotrzeć i mamy nadzieję, że ktoś z rzemieślników zechce z nami porozmawiać. Także trzymajcie kciuki, a my idziemy.
I'm Ines. I'm from Lisbon. This is my family. It was my family business, and I continue. What I do, I buy the components. I buy pearls, steel, stones, and I compose in pieces like necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and all that kind of stuff. I always loved this place, but it was never the right time. So 1 year ago, I rent this place with my sister, and we are here now, and we are enjoying a lot because we have all the people around us, people that do other things that is not jewelry, but painting, photography, and we can discuss many things. We can share. What I know is that Elsie's factory begins 15 years ago. It was a very spontaneous growth. It starts with a group of artists occupying this place. They were organized, but it was not like this, not like now. And it begins this amazing place that is now. I love the place. I love to be with my door open, where people can in and can make me questions, and I can customize the jewelry, and people love it, and I love it because they're happy and they go happy, and I think it's great to have a place like this and to be part of this. What I have to say to other artists, go for it. Go for it. I never dream. My studies are not about this. I started to do this because it was my family business. But I started. Now I can live from this. And it was not my dream. It was not what I idealized. It was very spontaneous also, because it is in my blood, and I start believing it, and now I can live with this, making this, and it's very good, because I don't feel like I'm working. I love what I do, and it's great.
I'm Anna. I share a space with my colleague Valerie. It's nice to have a partner, because we can share some ideas and some thoughts, because having a studio alone, it's a little bit solitary, right? So it's nice for now to have that company. So I work in jewelry. My first degree is in product design. And then at the same time I did do some workshops and courses in jewelry. And later I decided to go and try to work in the jewelry field. So I did work in other companies, in jewelry companies, and more or less 3 years ago, a little bit before COVID, I decided to leave. And it was a little bit hard at the time. But now things are going better. So I do some customized pieces when clients come and have a stone that they want to make a ring or a pendant, something that they bring from a journey, for example. And then I have my own work that I try to sell here in the atelier. And that work, I work, it's a little bit a process. The beginning, the first piece is always something else, or a technique that I want to explore, that bring me the feeling that I have, that I want to bring to the piece, right? And then I try to make reproductions from that point, because I needed to sell and I needed to be a process that it's a little bit easier in the days that I have to work. And so I used the lost wax casting. It's an ancient process that all people from sculpture and jewelry use to make reproductions of the pieces. This is a part of my work that it's made outside the studio, because I don't have the means to do it here. And then I finish the pieces here in my workbench. And that's it. Sometimes it's a little bit hard because I have to focus a little bit in my workbench and try to finish things. But the good thing is that I can close a little bit my door, and I make some kind of selection of the people who really want to enter in the studio, right? And sometimes I leave it open, and it's a kind of a compromise that you have to in a space like this. You have to calm, because sometimes people just want to see the studio, right? And we have to explain to people who wants to learn a little bit how the things work here. For me now it's a good place, okay? Because I did work in another jewelry company here, so I did know the place and the synergies about it. So it was an easy way to follow that path, you know. I don't know if it is a good place to be in a few years ago, but we will see. Yeah.
So, I'm Diana. I'm the owner and responsible for Vintage Dream cameras. And yeah, here in Alex Factory we have a very singular situation because there's a lot of artistic businesses that come together. So we have this more cool and relaxed vibe around, and there's a lot of people coming, not only locals but also tourists, so it's a good point to be in the city. And yeah, so we started our business in 2013. We opened the shop only in 2019. Then came the pandemic, but here we are. Things are going very well, and we hope to be here for a long time. On the space we are, we divide the same space with another business called Lisbon, and they are one of the finest labs in Europe. So here is Tiago.
I'm joining you.
So yeah, speak about your business.
My name is Tiago. I'm one of the owners of Lisbon. Basically, Lisbon dedicates to developing and scan film, photographic film. We are here since 2020 when the pandemic struck. So it was a nice timing. But we cannot complain because ever since we opened, things are growing and films are coming in the door right now. And everything is going just great. And especially in Lisbon, there's like all around the world as well, but especially in Lisbon, it's like an analog fever. So people are shooting like crazy, and it's great. It's been great, actually. Everything, I think the dynamic and the life of Alex Factory is very unique. It's constantly moving, and it's constantly changing in terms of people that are residents here and have their own store and own business. That's the main thing I like. So from 9 to 9, it's crazy. Everyone's moving and lots of action here. So it's been very cool.
A wy co myślicie? To fajny sposób na zagospodarowanie dawnej przędzalni i fabryki tekstyliów? Dajcie znać w komentarzu, co o tym myślicie. A my dziękujemy Wam za Waszą uwagę i do usłyszenia wkrótce.